All right, what's going on? Okay, just give me a second here to see if I can get something set up. I think this is working. Okay, before I go into a little update, I'm just trying to see if I can maybe get this Instagram streaming working. Let me give this a shot. Okay, I don't want to record it. I want to stream it. I don't see anything going on. Okay, so I think, this should be going on, let's see. We should have this up and running on YouTube. Just doing a little check around. We're trying to see if we can get this running on let's see. We should have this up and running on YouTube's running. YouTube. Something's running here in the background. Just doing a little check around. We're trying to where the audio is coming from. Okay, there we go. Oh, the delay is gone. Okay, nothing's going on X. This is so weird. Give me a second. Something's playing in the background. I wonder if it's Instagram. It's gonna be hilarious. I think it's not working. Oh, there's no video over here. Okay, hold on. I think I know what's going on. Okay, I was coming from okay, I think I can get this right. Let me just try one more thing here. I need to put in. Okay, let's see if I can get this vertical going here on. People are joining. It doesn't even show that I'm live. I mean, I know I'm live on Instagram. I'm seeing it on my PC, but it doesn't show that I'm live on my phone. And when I type anything, it just types double. Okay, so let me get a screen up here for a second. Where is my window? Vertical sources. Okay, give me a second. What is going on? Vertical sources. There. I should have really figured this out before I went live, but oh well. Okay. Okay, here we go. Video capture. Let's see. Okay, now we should have something going. Let's bring this down here. I'll bring this up like that. And then let me see if I can get a screen share. There's some video going. Okay, let's get display capture. And we'll bring this down. I don't know how on earth I'm going to do this. This doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll sort of figure this out as we go. I'm just curious what happened with Instagram, if I could actually get this. So we should have something up and running on here. Okay. Hey, let me just get my restream bot. So we'll keep this here. This is going to get a little bit difficult with the vertical streaming, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so I need restream running. I still don't feel like this works on, it's just not working on Twitter or on X, which is annoying. I don't have any chat window up. Let's go to screen share with video on here. Hey, Mishan. Sorry, I'm doing a little troubleshooting here because I haven't streamed for a week or so, and there's Instagram now allows streaming, and I was just kind of curious what would happen if I fired it up, and so far it works, but yeah, it's running, but I thought that X was bad for the live streaming setup. This one might be worse. So I can't type anything on Instagram at all. It's completely bugged out, so I can't say hi on Instagram. I don't know if I can actually even type anything on... I don't know if I can type anything on... Yeah, see, I can't even type anything on live on my phone. Man, that sucks. So interesting, both Instagram and X are trying to do live streams, and both are completely garbage. The Instagram ones, so look, check out the Instagram one. I just want to put this on the stream. So this is my Instagram interface. So check this out. Like, I'm in here now. This is literally what I'm typing. Watch this. Hold on 1 second. That's what Instagram does. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what you do with that. So that's no good. We're working on our normal stuff with Twitch and all that. So that's all good. I don't think anything's working on Twitter/X. Let me just double check that. No, I don't think it's running. So all I'll do is I'll stream for a little bit, not for too long. I am really focused on this project, and I've just decided that the streaming is not the highest priority for me right now. As much as I wanted to do it all the way through the project, it's just really impossible, to be honest. I'm already, I set out to do 30 pieces in 30 days, and I'm in day 45 right now. And, I don't have, I think I'm at 23 to give you an idea of the numbers. It's not practically possible for me to do it. I tried every angle, every technique, every time, to do it the right way. And it just was never possible to actually get it done. And maybe never would have been possible even if I wasn't streaming. But I thought I would stream a little bit tonight to get some content kind of to be able to share out, because I'm kind of at a pretty interesting place. I was really curious what would go on with doing a stream on Twitter and X. So definitely some opportunity here to do this in a cool way with the vertical video and then the full stream on like YouTube and Twitch. But I guess as of right now, it's just it's not going to work. So as always, I'll just sort of work away on what I'm working on. It's going to be really hard to see this on Instagram or on X if it starts working. I don't think it will. So if you really want to see like the full stream with the chat, interaction, see exactly what's going on my screen, I think the best thing to do is just switch over to YouTube or switch over to either Twitch or to YouTube. But at least it gets a chance for us to see how this works, and we'll sort of go from here. So apologize if it's not super set up, and I don't even know if the audio is going to work on Instagram or not, or who knows, but whatever. At least we'll have something done, and then we'll see. If I could go on Instagram, that's the one thing that's a little bit annoying. Well, it's a lot annoying. Is So again, I thought Twitter/X was the worst, but at least on Twitter/X, I can go to Twitter X and see my stream and actually interact with it. But on Instagram, you can't even go to your Instagram app and see that you're streaming, which is wild. That's a pretty crazy setup. So I can only go to here and see that I'm streaming, and I can't even interact. I type in hey, it types in YEH. So this is so dumb. So hopefully we have something going. I don't know, whatever. Don't even, come join, leave. I don't know why I would watch this. It's a disaster on Instagram, but whatever. We'll at least keep it running for a bit, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I'm just going to continue to work away. If you have questions, let me know. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to animate this little piece. This is a long story of how we got here. I don't want to get into it, but as of where we are right now, we're in this little scene that I made. It's going to glitch out like crazy. I don't know what that is. It's a bug. There's nothing really I can do about it. I sort of just had to work around it. But the basic idea is, it's going to get so annoying. The basic idea here is I've got this space station that I've created that's sort of in orbit around Earth. Space station is made up of these little panels. They're called, it's part of something called a tesserae. So there's hexagons and pentagons. And these panels make up essentially like a 32 panel. It's like a buckyball, they call it. And you can see that if you go down to the lower level, everything's upside down, because the general concept is that, if you had some type of kind of magnetic setup or a way to walk, without gravity, you could essentially walk on one side of the floor here for where you would work, and then you would flip over to the other side for where you would live. It's not easy to just, I don't even know if I can flip the camera around in this setup. It's sort of a weird, the way that Unreal doesn't really let you go upside down unless I bring a camera down here. But basically, if I go into view, again, I don't know if I'll be able to keep this in a place where you guys will be able to see. I try to keep it like right there, maybe, if you're watching on Instagram. But yeah, basically, if I go in here and I was to put a camera, see camera actor, and now I was to go in and pilot that. Now I should be able to flip it up. Yeah, and there you go. So now it's going to be, everything's reversed, but this is sort of like the living area. There's sort of like a little, just kind of a plant area over here, a big TV, couple chairs, a little sleep pod up here. And then the idea being that you can, basically pop around to the other side and see, and you can see Earth is upside down from this side. It's sort of a full 360. So then if, you flip up to this side, this is kind of where the office is. You got a little kind of station here for, video calls with the screen, nothing on it. Holographic projector in the middle, which I'm going to start using a little bit in the series. A little kind of sciencey lab thing going on over here that I haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about. But at least it sort of kind of set up. And then this is the glitchy thing that I can't quite figure out. It works fine. It's just sort of when I put the camera like this, it freaks out. It's just because I've attached a camera to the head of this MetaHuman. And basically, I don't know if I can really stop this from deciding to do it. Again, it doesn't affect anything in the animation. It's just like a weird, you see, then it stops. You can see the camera's attached to the head. This is a 3D scan that I made of myself about, I think, over the summer. And then I brought this in as a MetaHuman, did a full animation, converted it, and now I'm in the process of sort of using it in this story, I guess, that I'm telling. If we go over to the camera and we switch the view, again, I don't know what's going on with this glitch. Hey, Sean. But this is the first person view. So the setup that I have, which is the one that's kind of glitching out right now, is that the camera being attached to the head, I have full control So actually, let's switch it back. I have full control here of the animation, so I can turn the head, can go left and right, to the side, and as it turns, we get the full camera view. So what gets really fun about this from an animation standpoint is pretty much anything you do, it's going to mimic what it would look like if a GoPro was on your character's head. So for example, I have this chair parented, like I have the body parented to the chair. So if I move the chair back, you get the camera movement that comes along with the chair. So our basic animation that we're trying to do is this character, myself, and kind of inspired by me, I guess. For now, until I kind of figure this out, I gotta have to decide what's going on with this glitching. It's wildly annoying. I don't know if I can maybe get it down with a preview or something. It has to have something to do with the parenting, but it's working just fine. I used it before. Let me just do a quick peek. I can't see what it would be. It's attached. Yeah, it's attached to the face. It's really definitely gonna be driving me nuts. It's just like more of it's just like an annoying thing. It just happens randomly too. See? God, I don't know the answer to this right now. Obviously, if I get rid of this. I wonder if it's just something to do with the MetaHuman itself. Can't see what it would be, though. Everything looks good here. Don't get a sense that this is going to solve my issue. But we'll see. So this was our camera. Bring this back. And then what we were doing is we're attaching the camera to the MetaHuman. Now, I was taking the body, face, which now I sun's not working. Attach body. Oh, head, sorry. Yeah, there we go. And then there's the camera. Zero everything out. Zero everything out. And then looks ridiculous. But we switch this around. Switch this around. Sorry, this way? No. Which way? This way? Yeah, this way. Bring it forward. And then it looks crazy, but basically bring it up here and then bring it basically in line with the eyes. So that's the idea. So once you go back here, it goes kind of where it is, and then it's not blocked at this point. That could be part of the issue too. Could be just something weird with that glitching. But once we do that, then we have, you know, if we go to this viewport and we switch this camera, we have the view, which is right. It's actually still a little bit, probably like this. And then we go to this camera and we'll switch this to like 12. So it's basically like GoPro, like almost like a GoPro style. Like GoPro is probably even more so, but I see something like a 12 millimeter seems to work pretty good. And then the idea, so far it's not glitching, we'll see, is, you know, you have a camera that's basically parented to the actor, and the actor is the you know, the MetaHuman. And what's really cool about this setup in Unreal Engine is once you have it running, you have really incredible control. We're not doing any facial acting for this one. This is going to be, you know, we don't have to animate the face. That's the bonus. But we have like actual, you know, pretty good fidelity hands. So if you move this around, it moves in a pretty realistic way. It's not, the rig is pretty good. You can see the elbow moves, but, you know, it gets kind of interesting in terms of, you know, hand and finger movements. It gets a little tricky. Now, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do here. The concept that I want is this. Is basically this character is going to be typing, and what I wanted is a holographic keyboard. So I wanted like one of those keyboards that sort of just like looks like it's floating kind of in front on the table. And essentially with that keyboard, you know, they would be typing away, and I'm just gonna fix this. So this is again the head, right? So the head, you know, they can look wherever they want. Look at their hands, look down. Perfect. Right? So the camera is always going to face where they're facing. All right. So if you wanted to switch between first person view and third person view, you could, when you actually made a movie here, you wouldn't see the camera. So you'd get, you know, essentially this view here, and you could animate, you know, this character's head moving a little bit, nodding up and down, looking left and right, whatever you want them to do. And you could technically have two camera angles. You could have a first person and a third person. You could cut between them like a movie. It gets really, really intense what you can do in Unreal Engine. I mean, it's like full scale movie production level stuff once you kind of get in and start to learn how to make it all look good and all work. Okay, so but basically the animation that I want is they're going to be typing away from this view. So you're going to type it away on the keyboard, and then they're going to be looking up at the screen. So we're going to animate them looking up at the screen. Here, actually, one of the things I can do is I can change the scale of this. So it just sort of keeps it out of the way. I could also hide it. There we go. Right, so, you know, you pick the head, and, you know, you just think about the animation, right? So, you know, this is just me animating the head, but you can also animate. So what gets a little bit annoying is it wants to keep previewing this. I don't actually know how to get rid of that. To figure that out. I don't want that view. I have to figure out why that's doing that. Either way, Yeah, so basically, like if you think of, you have like a full rig here, so this is sort of what you look at this. This is like kind of like the waist, and if you see it right, if you tilt this, you get like the full body movement, and then in fact you also get the head. And same thing with you do if you kind of twist the hips, you get a little bit of movement, and then everything kind of moves with it, which is nice. But the idea is they're typing away, they're going to be looking at the keyboard, typing something, then they're going to look up at the screen, and on the screen, it's kind of a funny thing, but on the screen, it's going to be like a Mid-Journey prompt. So they're going to be writing out like a prompt for art. And they might even write out a prompt for like a video of a person in a space station orbiting Earth, with a camera. Like they might type in the shot that I'm going to make. It's kind of like a joke, right? Like they're going to type into Mid-Journey the art. So this will be a Mid-Journey screen, and then they're going to put that in. And then when it starts to, like, when they see the image and they're happy with it, they're going to push back from this cabinet. So that's where it's going to be kind of fun, because I'm going to try to animate their hands moving to here, just like if you actually were picturing yourself doing it. Like if I'm in this chair right now and I'm typing away, my hand's going to move. I'm going to probably look at my hands probably to one hand or the other, and then I'm going to push back from the desk. So that movement of pushing back from the desk with the hands staying still and the elbows extending. Hey, Michonne. And then as they do that, this whole chair is going to go back. So they kind of actually, I want them to push back. What I want them to do is push back to the left. So when we animate this, it'll look something like, let's grab, again, this preview. Oh, it's probably that. Is it pinned? No, I don't. Like, I've worked in Unreal Engine forever, and I've not had that thing showing up. And I don't actually know what's causing it. I'll have to go Google it. Very annoying, though. Definitely shouldn't be there. Let me just go fix this now, because it'll drive me nuts. Preview, window, hide, UE5. I don't know if it's going to do that. UE5 is really... I have no idea now. Like this one is the view. Again, it's always happens on the stream. It's actually part of the reason why I just end up stopping streaming, because it's honestly, it feels like you're being pranked. Like you go forever working on something and you don't have an issue, and then all of a sudden you put on the stream and you start trying to do something, and something changes, and you're just like, what the heck? Like, why would there be a preview of the desk? Like, what possible reason could there be to have a preview of the chair, of the view from the chair? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going on. Makes no sense. It's driving me nuts. It only happens with anything. It's only happening with this chair. which is what makes it even crazier. Anyway, I'll try to ignore it for a bit. I'll probably end up just killing the stream and working on this. But the cool thing is that basically as this goes, the idea being that the chair would go out, like it would go out and slide. And now we can't, of course, now we can't actually see the view because this side needs to be the camera. But you can see it from here, where as this camera goes back, you know, his head would go up. You know, he would then look up, and then this chair can basically, I don't know what happened there. This chair can basically go back, and the chair is going to go all the way like back towards this wall. So you can see it's almost like you pushed yourself out from the desk to the side. That's the action, the motion that I'm trying to do. And then because the idea being that these desks or these chairs are like levitating, kind of like magnetic, just think of them as like magnets on the ground. So you can actually slide them across. There's no wheels. You know, the friction is sort of set up in this environment where you can do it. So it's going to go here, but then what's going to happen is as it goes in that first person view, which again, I don't know. Now it's all messed up. Oh, man, it's so freaking annoying. Yeah, now the camera got moved. All right, yeah, I'm going to just focus on this. This is, I can't do this while I realize now why I can't stream, because it just, I can't sit here and try to talk about this and solve the problems while I'm working on it. So, but yeah, the basic idea is the camera is going to be in here, and then as the camera goes back, this whole thing is going to go back, and then the camera is going to basically detach. So it's going to pop through. We won't have that transition, but it's basically going to pop through, and it's going to keep going. And then this is where it gets kind of fun, because the camera is going to go way back. So the camera now is going to go. It's going to be tricky to do this here, but the camera is going to go, see if I get an angle. Yeah, it's basically going to go like this, and it's going to go all the way back from the station, and it's going to keep going back until it gets to the, believe it or not, it's going to go all the way back until it gets to the moon. So it's going to do like one of these, like go fast, 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 fast. And then I actually have a moon 3D model. It's not set up in the right distance, but it'll be the exact distance from Earth. So it'll keep going back like this until Earth gets like further and further away. And then eventually it'll hit the moon. So the moon will show up on the screen. You'll be able to see kind of the terrain or texture. And then it's going to go in orbit, and it's going to do like kind of a, you know, camera will stay steady, but it's going to go all the way around. The moon will block out the Earth. It'll go all the way around the moon, just like the, you know, like Apollo missions or moon missions would go. And then the camera's going to go all the way back in a big loop and end up going right back into the space station. So that's the basic idea. So to do that, I need to do a couple things. I'm going to have to get the keyboard and the screen set up. I'm going to have to figure out how to animate the fingers, which I don't think there's going to be any other way to do it other than just, you know, keyframe out the keys, type, 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 type. And then they're going to look up at the screen, and then they're going to put their hands onto the thing, push back, camera's going to go, and it's going to go out. So it's going to be a bunch of work, and I'm just going to kind of plug away at it. Stream-wise, I haven't been streaming just due to health and just due to productivity. I enjoy it. I'm going to start doing it again once this project is done, but I've realized to get these pieces out the door, it's just impossible. I mean, even the stream I spent, let's see, the last, 30 minutes doing nothing other than just explaining what I'm doing. So what I'll do is I'll finish the project, and when I'm finished, I'm going to move back to a stream, but I'll do it on a schedule. So like say Tuesday, Thursday for a couple hours a night, and kind of update people on what I've been working on, answer questions, chat. But in terms of streaming this every day and getting the work done, it's been impossible. So if you've been watching the stream, I appreciate it. Just reach out on Discord or Twitter or Instagram, wherever, and we can chat and connect. But in terms of the daily streams, at least until I'm done the next 6 pieces, it's not going to happen. So thanks, everyone. And that's the quick update. And I'll be back at this, probably a couple updates until the end of the project, and then we'll be back in the new year with a more consistent